The bugle call just heard was attention. It is used to alert the cadet commanders that adjutant's call is about to sound, signaling the start of the parade. Bugle calls are used in the military service of the United States as a direct result of the contact of the Continental Army with European soldiers and armies during the Revolutionary period. Marching in today's parade are cadets from allied nations enrolled in the 4-year program at the United States Military Academy. Upon graduation, they will serve in the armed forces of their respective countries. There are currently 58 allied cadets representing 33 different countries as members of the Corps of Cadets. 16 allied cadets are members of the class of 2026. Also marching in today's parade are exchange midshipmen from the United States Naval Academy, cadets from the United States Air Force Academy, and the United States Coast Guard Academy. They are attending West Point for the fall semester and can be identified by the uniform of their respective academies. A similar number of West Point cadets are attending the other service academies for the same period. The marches that will be played as the cadets march onto the plain are The Regiment's Return and On Parade.
To parade with. What's your old Mustang?
Stay low. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
The marches that will be played as the United States Military Academy Band troops the line are National Emblem and Washington Post. This march across the front of the line is said to have originated with the Crusades. The troops offering themselves for service were drawn up in a long formation, and the band countermarched only before those chosen to serve. commander of troops for today's parade is the brigade commander, Cadet First Captain Lauren Drysdale from Irvine, California. Her staff consists of the brigade deputy commander, Cadet Captain Kai Youngren from Florham Park, New Jersey. The brigade deputy adjutant, Cadet Captain Alma Cooper from Okemos, Michigan. The brigade executive officer, Cadet Captain Annalise Callahan from Ewan, Michigan. The brigade intelligence officer, Cadet Captain Hunter Holt from St. George, Utah. The brigade operations officer, Cadet Captain Kyle Cass from Dallas, Texas. The brigade logistics officer, Cadet Captain Faye Jessup from Brownsburg, Indiana. And the brigade information systems officer, Cadet Captain Harama B. Ziyochum from Irving, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. First, marching for their respective academic year companies are Charlie, Foxtrot, and India. Second, marching to their respective academic year companies are Bravo, Echo, and Hotel. The march that is being played as the fourth class cadets take their position in the court is the Rookies. Lastly, marching to their respective academic year companies are Alpha, Delta, and Golf. In the reviewing stands today are leaders and representatives of West Point classes and societies. These alumni are proud to be here today to represent the long gray line, which now stretches over 200 years. Representatives from the class of 1973, 1974, 1975, and 1976 are seated in the Superintendent's Review Box today as part of the West Point Association of Graduates 50-year affiliation program that connects the senior classes with the current 4 classes in the Corps of Cadets. With us today are Colonel Retired Robert P. Kane Jr., class of 1973, Lieutenant Colonel Retired William C. Muir Jr., class of 1974, and Mrs. Grace Lindsay, Dr. William F. Crane, class of 1975, and Lieutenant Colonel Retired Augustin Ortiz Jr., class of 1976. The reviewing party for today's parade consists of Lieutenant General Steve Gillen, Superintendent, United States Military Academy, class of 1990. Command Sergeant Major Michael Coffey, Command Sergeant Major of the United States Military Academy. Brigadier General Mark C. Quander, Commandant of the United States Corps of Cadets, class of 1995. Command Sergeant Major Roger Craven, Command Sergeant Major of the United States Corps of Cadets, and Brigadier General Shane R. Reeves, Dean of the Academic Board, class of 1996.
Look over there. There's a
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for honors and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please feel free to sing along as our national anthem is played. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our alma mater, the most beloved of all West Point songs. The words to the alma mater were written by Cadet Paul S. Reinecke during his second year at the Academy. On June 9, 1912, 1 year after Reinecke's graduation, the alma mater was sung at the baccalaureate service for the first time and took its place as a musical expression of the feelings of every West Point graduate toward their alma mater. Alumni traditionally remove their headgear and stand at attention for the playing of the alma mater. You are cordially invited to sing along with us as the alma mater is played. Please be seated. The pass and review serves two functions for the superintendent. It dismisses the cadets and at the same time provides an opportunity to inspect the state of discipline and training. The marches that will be played as the cadets pass and review are America Exultant, the official West Point March, America's We, Bugles and Drums, the Thunderer, and the Army Goes Rolling Along. States Military Academy Band is under the direction of the commander, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Tobin, with the drum major, Sergeant Major Glenn West. The 1st Regiment is commanded by Cadet Captain Marley Wade from Macungie, Pennsylvania. The Regimental Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Emma Kurt from San Antonio, Texas. The 1st Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Henry Carroll from Traverse City, Michigan. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Divin Mulisa from Kigali, Rwanda. Company A is commanded by Cadet Captain Mackenzie Arms from Middletown, New York. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Tanner Thornton from Stratton, New Hampshire.
This has got to be C.
Company B is commanded by Cadet Captain Matthew Swerkowski from Fayetteville, North Carolina. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Matthew DeFreitas from San Diego, California. Company C is commanded by Cadet Captain Jack Tague from Cornwall, New York. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Elizabeth Ake from Laurel, Maryland. The 2nd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Hannah Lamb from Stonington, Connecticut. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Victoria Lamb from McLean, Virginia. Company D is commanded by Cadet Captain Marciano Parasano from Cibolo, Texas. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Abigail Gash from West Point, New York. Company E is commanded by Cadet Captain Kiara Werdak from Blythewood, South Carolina. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet 1st Sergeant Artem Zhilavin from Castle Rock, Colorado. Company F is commanded by Cadet Captain Marshall Wemmer from Odessa, Texas. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Mark Miller II from Grand Blanc, Michigan. The 3rd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Alexander Sheehan from Bellevue, Washington. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Hassan Grimes from Syracuse, New York. Company G is commanded by Cadet Captain Gabriela Peralta from Pembroke Pines, Florida. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Mackenzie West from Sanford, Florida. Company H is commanded by Cadet Captain Delorvier Wilson from Dallas, Texas. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Dante Kelly from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Company I is commanded by Cadet Captain Alexander Rivera from Wilmington, North Carolina. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Sarah Scott from Hollis, New Hampshire. The 2nd Regiment is commanded by Cadet Captain Rhett Perry from Peachtree City, Georgia. The regimental command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Barry Bell from Alexandria, Virginia. The 1st Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Nicholas Liebers from Northbrook, Illinois. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Michelle Zegda from Old Tappan, New Jersey. Company A is commanded by Cadet Captain Nathan Jenkins from Duluth, Minnesota. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Molly Murtaugh from Rockaway Beach, New York. Company B is commanded by Cadet Captain Samantha Dumonte from Rockville, Maryland. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Spencer Barlow from Atlanta, Georgia. Company C is commanded by Cadet Captain James Sameville from Cave Creek, Arizona. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Benjamin Timian from Kansas City, Missouri. The 2nd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Pierce Garver from Gilbert, Arizona. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Madison McGovern from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Company D is commanded by Cadet Captain Mark Kirby from Chicago, Illinois. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Thomas Woodbury from Keller, Texas. Company E is commanded by Cadet Captain Alicia Torres from Pensacola, New Jersey. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Aiden Bones from Coxsackie, New York. Company F is commanded by Cadet Captain Raina Drago from Tampa, Florida. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant James Conrad from Westchester, Pennsylvania. The 3rd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Elsandra Terranes from Fort Drum, New York. The battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Connor Bishop from Holland, Pennsylvania. Company G is commanded by Cadet Captain Mercedes Fernandez from Gilbert, Arizona. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Nicole Rao from Yorba Linda, California. Company H is commanded by Cadet Captain Mark Nyland from Houston, Texas. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Levi Bell from Maysville, Georgia. Company I is commanded by Cadet Captain Vincenzio Battaglio from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Will Tierman from Franklin, Indiana. Since the days of the American Revolution, flag bearers have been an important element in ceremonies. At the center of today's formation and bearing the national color is the United States Corps of Cadets Color Guard, led by Cadet Color Sergeant Bo Parker from Mountain Grove, Missouri. Marching with the colors is the Brigade Command Sergeant Major, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Yusef Kaborzi from Hillsboro, Oregon.
The 3rd Regiment is commanded by Cadet Captain Carly Moore from Temple, Texas. The Regimental Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Michael Amber from Colorado Springs, Colorado. The 1st Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Naomi Adekbe from Mesquite, Texas. Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Kirsten Eggers from West Point, New York. Company A is commanded by Cadet Captain Tanner Murray from Clearwater, Florida. The 1st Sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Rachel McCleary from Matomidi, Minnesota. Company B is commanded by Cadet Captain Haley Seward from Springfield, Virginia. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Andrew Fergus from Morgantown, West Virginia. Company C is commanded by Cadet Captain Kelsey Taylor from Glendo Lakes, Florida. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Eric Haluska from Buffalo, Minnesota. The 2nd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Elizabeth Gilbert from Oak Cliff, Texas. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Grant Navoychik from Tuxedo Park, New York. Company D is commanded by Cadet Captain Ashley Olekson from Ashland, New Hampshire. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Adam Eckstein from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Company E is commanded by Cadet Captain Kieran Place from Chillicothe, Ohio. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Andrin Vuthai from Burim, Kosovo. Company F is commanded by Cadet Captain Dalton Ennis from Chesterfield, Missouri. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Spencer Roy from Scottsdale, Arizona. The 3rd Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Benjamin Bloomfield from Peoria, Illinois. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Cody Butt from Swampscott, Massachusetts. Company G is commanded by Cadet Captain Jessica DeSena from Lake Grove, New York. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Daniel Hoffman from Yorktown, Virginia. Company H is commanded by Cadet Captain Nicholas Thomas from Lodi, California. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Lily Scher from Washington Depot, Connecticut. Company I is commanded by Cadet Captain Nico Goldman from Memphis, Tennessee. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Avery Kimbrough from Charlotte, North Carolina. The 4th Regiment is commanded by Cadet Captain Deanna Arbelias from Raleigh, North Carolina. The Regimental Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Willem Schutteboom from Darien, Connecticut. The 1st Battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Natalie Block from Charlotte, North Carolina. The Battalion Command Sergeant Major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Will Jefferson from Clare, Iowa. Company A is commanded by Cadet Captain John Monty from Hannibal, Missouri. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Caden Blues from Tiffin, Ohio.
The companies based on like their majors or what other similarities?
It feels random. I don't know. Plus,
Company B is commanded by Cadet Captain Mark Setness from Stockton, California. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Zachary Kirk from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Company C is commanded by Cadet Captain James Baker from Bettendorf, Iowa. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Carlos Gutierrez from Lincoln, Nebraska. The second battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Aidan Wright from Farmington, Maine. The battalion command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Emmett Lepp from Marietta, Georgia.
one of my son's friends.
Company D is commanded by Cadet Captain Liam Sasser from Cape Carteret, North Carolina. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Emily Vanderblue from Hudsonville, Michigan.
Oh, hey, Emmett.
That's really cool. That year's made it 4,400 people if we knew what.
Company E is commanded by Cadet Captain Anthony Amar from Franklin, Massachusetts. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Anusha Packham from Pleasanton, California. Company F is commanded by Cadet Captain Louis Guzzi from Fairfield, Connecticut. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Sarah McCary from Mentor, Ohio. The third battalion is commanded by Cadet Captain Connor Murphy from New York, New York. The battalion command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Aaron Hall from Coarse Gold, California. Company G is commanded by Cadet Captain Heston Hogan from Las Vegas, Nevada. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Jack Hager from Flint, Texas. Company H is commanded by Cadet Captain Logan Doyle from Carlton, Texas. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Daniel Woolsey from Ozark, Arkansas. Company I is commanded by Cadet Captain Jack Felgar from Falls Church, Virginia. The first sergeant is Cadet First Sergeant Jared Riley from Marietta, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army song, The Army Goes Rolling Along. Please feel free to sing along as it is played.
Marching on, sing a song for the army of
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's fourth class acceptance parade. We would like to remind everyone to please stay off the plane and out of the cadet area as you exit the parade grounds. We hope to see everyone back at Mikey Stadium for our first home football game when the Army Black Knights take on the UTSA Roadrunners on the 10th of September. Thank you for attending and enjoy the rest of your day. Go Army, beat Navy.
Okay.